Okay, we're live, Chairman.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the first Planning Commission meeting of this year. Today is Tuesday, January the 18th, 2022. It is 6 p.m. This is an 8-member panel board appointed by the City of South Fulton's mayor and council to hold public hearings to make recommendations on rezonings, use permits, and concurrent variances applications, comprehensive land use plan maps, and amendments to the zoning resolution. Citizens may speak for or against a zoning issue, and each side will have up to 10 minutes total to present its case. Tonight's virtual meeting, citizens may enter their comments and questions in the YouTube chat or email planning@cityofsouthfultonga.gov. The Planning Commission's recommendations will be forwarded to the city's mayor and council for final decisions on the fourth Tuesday of the next month. We will proceed to the items on the agenda. Staff, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Commissioner Reynolds, Chair at
Present.
Large.
Present.
Rodney Hadley, District 1.
Present.
Commissioner Jones, District
Present.
3.
Present.
Commissioner Walters, District 4. She was on a moment ago. Commissioner Williams, District 5.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Floyd, District 6. Commissioner Weatherly, District 7.
Present.
2, 3. So at the moment, we do not have a quorum.
How many do we need for quorum?
It is 4.
4 plus the chairman.
Now, 1, 2, 3. So she might have had some issues logging back in, Ms. Walters.
Okay, Mr. Gray, do you want to give Ms. Walters a call?
Yes, I'll reach out to her.
Thanks, and we'll just hold tight then, I guess.
And for those that are joining us tonight, we do apologize. If you would just give us a few minutes.
All right, Chairman, it
Great.
looks like Commissioner
quorum.
Walters is back.
Okay, thank you.
So
Apologize about that. My cell phone died and I was pulling to try to get to my home office, so.
Okay.
We all
So
set, Commissioner Walters?
I will say, Commissioner Walters, District 4.
Hi, I'm here.
Great. So Chair, you do have a quorum.
Thank you, sir. At this time, we will move to item number 3 on the agenda, and that is to approval of minutes. The regular meeting was December 15, 2021. Hope that all had a chance to go over those minutes, and if so, we're entertaining a motion to approve.
Commissioner Hadley, I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Commissioner Walters, I second the motion.
Been properly moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Staff, could you call the roll vote, please?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly.
Aye.
That vote passes to approve the minutes.
Thank you, sir. Item number 4, old business, and on the agenda, there is none. That will move us to item number 5, new business. And we will be moving into cases considering for petition Z21-005. Steph, would you go forward with that?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. We have received a request.
That case, please.
We've received a request for a deferral, but before we get started, thanks for coming to our meeting tonight. We are requesting that all comments, public comments, come to us from the planning email address. And if you send us your comments, we'll be able to read them to the commissioners so that they become a part of the record. The email address is planning, PLANNING @cityofsouthfultonga.gov. The rezonings from tonight, the rezonings and special use permits from tonight will be heard at the February 8th council zoning hearing at 6 o'clock and the February 22nd regular council meeting at 4 o'clock for a final vote. At this time, we don't have a formal application or a process online for submitting public comments like the clerk's office does. And so in order to submit public comments and for them to be read into the record, we've always asked, and we're asking today, that you all please send us your comments to the planning email address, and I can read that to you again. It's planning, PLANNING @cityofsouthfultonga.gov. And so that takes us into our first item tonight. This is a rezoning application for Z21-005. It's at the intersection of Campbellton Road and Camp Creek Parkway, and the applicant has actually requested a deferral to the February meeting.
All right, thank you. With that being said, staff, was there any public comments posted on this case?
No, we do not have any public comments for this petition.
All right, thank you, sir. With that being said, I'll entertain a motion to accept the deferral.
So moved.
Commissioner Hadley, I second it.
Properly moved and second. Any other discussion?
This is Commissioner Walters. Only discussion question I have is this the first deferral in this matter?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It might be the second or third. I need to go back and double check.
Okay, thank you.
With that being said, staff, can you find that information out for us and let us know, please?
Yes, sir, I can.
Thank you so much. Any further discussion on this matter? All right, staff, can you call the roll vote, please?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly.
Aye.
The vote passes to accept the deferral of Z21-0.
Hello,
Oh.
excuse me.
Yes, hello?
Commissioner Williams is here and you haven't called me.
Oh, my mistake. Williams. All right, Commissioner Williams,
Yes.
thank you. That vote passes. Sorry for that.
All right, sorry about that, Commissioner Williams. That takes us to item B, public hearing to consider petition Z 21-014 and CV 21-008. Staff, can you present that case, please?
Yes, sir. This is a request for rezoning at the intersection of 92 and Butner Road. And the applicant has also requested a deferral on this case. This is the second deferral request.
All right, thank you. And were there any public comments entered about this case?
No, they were not.
With that being said, I will entertain a motion to accept a deferral on this case.
This is Commissioner Hadley. I'll make a motion to accept the deferral.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Commissioner Jones, second.
Probably moved in second. Any discussion on this matter? Hearing none, staff, would you please call the roll vote?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
that vote passes to accept the deferral.
Thank you, sir.
The next item that we have today is Z 21-015. It is a rezoning for a number of parcels at the intersection of Bethsaida Road and Bethsaida Drive. Staff recommendation is approval with conditions. So the petitioner is requesting to rezone from AG1 and C1 to R5 for the purpose of developing a single-family detached residential subdivision. The proposal includes a total of 95 homes. The future land use is split between suburban 2, neighborhood, and community live work. And so out of the 4 parcels, 3 are in compliance with the future land use. And so the one portion that is not in compliance with the future land use would require a future land use change if the zoning is approved. We'll go on to our next slide here. So this is where it is. So this is Bethsaida Road here and Bethsaida Drive. And it's all of these collection of parcels put together. We'll go to the next map. You can see there's this small portion that zone C1 in this back corner. In the 80s, there was a petition to rezone this tiny sliver to C1 so that the owner could operate like a small shop there for like handmade wooden materials that they were building. But the rest of this is all zoned AG1. It's at the Clayton County border here. And then here's Old National Highway. And then this is what I mentioned earlier about the future land use. So a majority of the site is in the suburban 2 neighborhood future land use. And then there's this small portion here that's in the community live work. And so the proposal for R5 zoning fits within the suburban 2 neighborhood future land use, but it does not fit into the community live work future land use. So this portion of the parcel would end up getting a future land use change if the zoning is approved. Here's a copy of the site plan that we received from the applicant. There is an entrance here on Bethsaida Road. Then there's an entrance here on Bethsaida Drive. And then you can see there are 95 single family lots. There is a stream buffer that runs through it. And so the site plan shows compliance with the stream buffer ordinance and also shows that the site is out of the impervious setback. And then there's also a walking trail that goes along part of the stream buffer. The applicant has highlighted where they're going to put the speed calming, traffic calming devices throughout the site also.
I'm sorry, Marissa, can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I said the applicant has highlighted where they're going to put the traffic calming measures throughout the site. That's what the red dots are. And then staff's recommendation is approval with the conditions in the staff report.
Okay. All right, at this time, we will entertain a motion to open public comment.
Commissioner Hadley, I'd like to make a motion to open public comment.
Commissioner Walters, a second the motion?
Been properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, staff, would you call the vote, please?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly.
Aye.
And Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
That vote passes to open public comment.
Thank you, sir. Now public comment is open. Is the petitioner with us tonight?
Yes, I am here.
And we will hear from the petitioner at this time.
Great, thank you. I did send along a slideshow to Ms. Jackson and Mr. Gray if they have that available for showing.
You're going to share your screen?
Well, I sent it along. I can share my screen if that's easier, yeah. Okay, great. Is everyone able to see this?
Yes, I have it.
Great.
Yes.
So good evening, everyone. I'm Danny Blumenthal with Battle Law PC 3562 Habersham at Northlake in Tucker, Georgia. So of course, I'm here today to talk about the proposed rezoning and future land use amendment of property being 7245 Bethsaida Drive, 7329 Bethsaida Drive, 2234 Bethsaida Road, 2224 Bethsaida Road, and 0 Bethsaida Road. I'll try to not repeat Ms. Jackson too much, so I'll go quickly over this part, but we're seeking to rezone from AG1 primarily to R5 for the purpose of building 95 fee simple single-family detached homes at a density of 1.95 units per acre. There'll also be a walking trail in the community. As Ms. Jackson stated, the majority of this property has the future land use designation of suburban 2 neighborhood, which allows up to 5 units per acre. So this proposal is consistent with that. There's a small sliver of the property that is community live work, and we're seeking to make it so the whole property, the whole subject property is consistent and is the suburban 2 neighborhood. Just for some context, you can see here is Bethsaida Road and Bethsaida Drive down here. So we're at the kind of at this green area. Hopefully you can see my cursor right, beneath this red pin here. There's actually a church at the corner that we've been working closely with, but we are in this green undeveloped, currently undeveloped area. So you've seen this before, but we're primarily currently zoned AG1 with the corner being C1. But surrounding it, there's really a mixture of uses. There's R3 and CUP zonings, which are residential. There's C1 and OI, which of course are institutional and commercial and the like. So it's a pretty diverse area. So this would be consistent with surrounding development. And then coming over here to the future land use map, I know you saw this before, but it's primarily suburban 2 neighborhood, except for this little sliver. But of course, we're seeking to have that whole subject property consistent and be that suburban 2 neighborhood future land use designation. Over here to the site plan, you can kind of see the vicinity map up here, which might just help you kind of see where this is in context with the greater neighborhood. There is the stream buffer coming through. Of course, we're not going to build any homes on that that will, leave that as per the ordinance, but also just to, for the environment and for the number of reasons that we don't build on the stream or stream buffers. There'll be sidewalks on the road frontages, being Bethsaida Road, Bethsaida Drive, as well as on either side of the road or on both sides of the interior roads throughout the entire community. There are a few cul-de-sacs in here, so really welcoming for families or really for anyone that's coming into or already living in this area. And of course, there's the walking trail that's just below the stream buffer here. And then just some of the site data. It's just under 49 acres. Again, seeking to rezone to R5 for 95 single family lots. Minimum lot area being 7,500 square feet and the minimum lot width being 60 feet. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the proposed homes for this area, or for this subdivision. So they're all in the same range, but we have a few here now. So this particular home here is 4-bed, 3-bath, as you can see, with a 3-car garage, decorative garage doors, brick on the front here. It's just over 3,000 square feet, of course, 2 stories. This one is complete with a loft, a breakfast area, fireplaces, mudroom, vaulted ceiling, walk-in closets. So this is, a high-end product that has a lot to offer. Here's another variation. This particular home is a 4-bed, 3.5-bath with a 2-car garage, just under 2,800 square feet with a breakfast area, fireplaces, and then the vaulted ceilings and walk-in closets as well. And you can kind of see that as well in the floor plans on the left side of the screen here. And then this, again, just another, variation on this home, 4-bed, 2.5-bath here, a 2-car garage, 2,680 square feet, with, some of the similar amenities as the other homes had that I previously showed you all. But again, you can see all really nice brick and stone, earth tones that complement each other, but it won't be monotonous in any way. They're all, there's different variations of the facades and also as for the floor plans. So there's a lot of questions that we frequently get, so I just like to address them before we get to the question and answer portion of this. So proposed building materials would be brick and stone facades with fiber cement siding, 25-year high quality weathered wood shingles, and energy efficient vinyl windows. The unit sizes will range from 2,680 square feet to 3,155 square feet. There'll be 4 and 5 bedrooms with 2 and 3-car garages, of course, depending on which model you're looking at. The amenity will be a walking trail, and the anticipated list price will start around $310,000. If the project is approved, of course, it will take roughly 12 months to finish the development of the site, and then 6 months thereafter for the first homes to be available for sale. And they'll be primarily marketed to local residents who want to transition from renting to buying, and also those that are new to the Metro Atlanta area. And I'd also just like to mention that the applicant is more than willing to agree upon all of the conditions that staff recommended that are included in your staff report today. So I thank you for your time and would like to see if you have any questions that I can hopefully answer for you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Staff, were there any comments submitted on this case?
Yes, there was. Yes. Shall I read?
Could you move? Yes, please, sir.
Okay, we have a comment from Mr. Michael Venable, and I'll read as written. I am recommending conditions for approval of this petition because the city's land use plan discriminates against residents of the south end of the city by encouraging small homes and small lots socioeconomic balance has been lost. In order to balance professional upwardly mobile persons with working class persons, adjustments to this petition is necessary. Excuse me, by giving up the luxury of an AG zoning and having no active amenity package, this community needs compensation. The fair proposal is to approve with current petitioner conditions and staff conditions with the additional following conditions. All 95 units shall have full masonry fronts, brick, stone, stucco. 47% or 45 houses minimum will be constructed with 3 or 4 sides full masonry material, brick, stone, stucco. 25% or 24 houses minimum will have side or rear entry garages. All kitchens, bathrooms, and laundry rooms will have stone countertops and hard tile flooring. All first level floors shall have hardwood flooring. All homes will have floor and ceiling molding throughout the entire house. Understand, if and only if these conditions are mandated in your motion, should an approval recommendation be made. Michael Venable, District 6. And that concludes. Okay, it looks like we lost Mr. Reynolds.
Yes, it does look like we lost Mr. Reynolds. Mr. Gray, were there any additional comments that we've received?
No, that was it.
Are there any comments or questions from the commissioners?
Yes, Commissioner Walters. So we can open questions to to Ms. Blumenthal.
Well, I think we should entertain a motion to close public comment first.
Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Will I make a motion to close public comment?
Excuse me, do we need to have the vice chair call for that?
So I think the vice chair was Ms. Brown, and she's no longer with us, and we didn't elect a new one.
Are we able to call the chair?
I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I am having some difficulties here. And I did hear the last ending of that presentation. And we're moving forward with asking any questions to the petitioner. Where are we? Did someone step in?
Well, we're waiting for you to come back on and deciding whether a motion to close public comment and start discussion.
Okay, that would be fine. I would entertain first of all, how many comments were in the public comment? Was it that one?
Just the one.
Yes, sir. It was just the one.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to close public comment at this time.
So Commissioner Walters, I make the motion again to close public comment.
This is Commissioner Weatherly. I second it.
Properly moved in second. Discussion? In the discussion, I do have some questions. And those questions pertain to the,
Would you like to do a roll call?
I'm sorry, sir, please.
Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
and Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
That vote passes to close public comment. Thank you.
Public comment is now closed. In the discussion matter, anyone have any questions for the petitioner?
Yes, this is Commissioner Walters. I do.
Go ahead.
Ms. Blumenthal, I wanted to find out the modifications or adjustments for approval that were presented through public comment. Have you been made aware of those previously?
No, ma'am, this is my first time hearing about that.
Okay.
And the applicant is on here as well, and to my knowledge, no one has heard anything like that before. We have had a few community meetings, and yes, we haven't heard that though.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That arise from the community with this particular parcel of land, which
Sorry.
really,
Mr. Commissioner Reynolds, you had broken up for a while, so you might want to start that again.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for Mr. Reynolds, can you tell us who the builder is?
Actually, the applicant is on right now. I don't think that has been decided, but Mr. Houston, if you want to chime in, if you have decided on a builder for this project, or if you've made a commitment to that.
Sure. So we are still interviewing, but as of right now, the most talks have been with Knight Homes. And so the cost and the style, the home that you saw were the Knight homes. So those are the actual ones they're building in the Metro Atlanta area. And we have, if they end up being the final builder, committed to those actual homes in their portfolio.
Thank you. And they are a local company as well, so they do a lot in the Metro Atlanta area.
excuse me, excuse me, Chairman, I am back again. Can we get a deferral on this to give the community a chance to send their comments in to staff, since they had issues submitting their comments? Staff, is that proper?
Yeah, so I would defer to the city attorney's office on that request for deferral for additional guidance. Mr. McClendon?
Hey, this is Reggie McClendon, Assistant City Attorney. Give me just a second.
And Vice Chair, if
All right,
I'm
I'm sorry about that. The question was, the question was about deferral for further guidance. And once again, the guidance from the city attorney's office is going to be that you can defer it, and city council will have the option of deferring it as well, but that doesn't mean that they have to defer it. So if you all defer it, then you need to understand that if council decides to move forward with it, then they will move forward with a recommendation of approval from the planning commission. I apologize for the background noise.
Okay, this is Commissioner Williams. Are you saying that we didn't get any comments from the public?
Normally, once a case is, there were no comments. There were comments from the public, but they were not submitted. And I don't want to say properly, but they didn't know where to. They didn't know where to submit them to for this meeting. I know that there are an abundance of comments on this particular case, and because they were submitted, I think, to the clerk's office, and it should have been to the planning and zoning emails. I think that is fair that we hear from the community in this case before moving forward on hearing a motion.
This is Commissioner Walters. I agree with Chairman Reynolds.
So did they do any, this is Commissioner Williams, did they do any community outreach besides the comments that was provided incorrectly?
They did do I think they held, I know it was one meeting that they had with the community. And a lot of the community contacted me and stated that they were trying to get their comments in, but for some reason they were unable to. And I just think that we should hear from the community as a whole to present their side in this case. I think it's only fair. And a lot of those comments were coming from the community that this particular development will directly have an effect on.
I would agree. What are next steps in going about that?
Well, we can defer this and the public will have an opportunity to present their comments properly to the planning and zoning staff. And this case will be heard, I guess, next month. Is that correct, staff?
Yes, sir. Based on guidance that we've received, we can defer this item, and then the community members can email their comments to the planning email address, planning, PLANNING at cityofsouthfultonga.gov, and we will read them during the meeting as part of the public comment process.
This is Commissioner Weatherly. I'm wondering, how do we notify the community of the proper way to provide their feedback? Was it the announcement you just made, Marissa?
Yes, ma'am. It is the announcement that we have been making at the beginning of these meetings since the pandemic started.
And also they can go, and correct me if I'm wrong, Marissa and Dana, they can also pull this meeting up here on YouTube and hear that again.
Yes, the meetings are recorded live on YouTube, and past meetings are on this YouTube channel for review in the future.
Sure. It just seems like, you know, and we've been in this process now for a bit, maybe 18, 19 months now, but somehow there was a group or population that either didn't understand the process or just didn't, for some reason, they didn't route it the right way. And I just wanted to ensure that for whatever reason that happened, that's been reconciled. Maybe they didn't understand or what have you, but that, you know, for a group of people to route in the wrong way, there was some sort of hiccup in the process.
It's also important too that we have that community involvement. So we definitely don't want to go across, go over that. We didn't give the community an opportunity to speak here. So if there are not any more questions and or discussions, we'll entertain a motion for deferral.
Looks like Danny has her hand up. I don't know how.
I can't see that, but.
I didn't know if I was allowed to speak because it wasn't public comment and no one was asking me a question, but
public comment is closed.
Okay. I was gonna say, we've been deferred before for 2 months already, so it might have this, this is gonna be an issue for the applicant here purchasing this property to get another deferral. We have been working with the community. We've had more than the one meeting. We've had a few meetings already and have been working with them side by side from how we view it. So, I mean, it could be, and I completely understand, but it might, be a big issue for Mr. Houston, who's on here trying to purchase his property. If we get deferred again, which will be at up to 3 months of deferrals for this when nothing has changed on this projects since, you know, we submitted this a while back now.
That is understandable, but we still cannot omit the voice of the community. It wouldn't be fair.
Hello, this is Commissioner Williams. Were the other defers based on the community, or were they just based on the applicant itself?
We requested a 1-cycle deferral a little while ago because we had to just make a change in the future land use amendment request. But that was it. The site plan has remained the same from the beginning and from the first time we engaged the community.
So those
Okay,
defer-
Commissioner Williams again. So you're saying that the deferrals was not based on the community response?
No, ma'am. We actually haven't seen any, at least come to us or at our community meetings, seen any pushback on, you know, any of what we're doing. In fact, you know, we've seen the opposite, especially with the members of the church in the corner there.
And I will have to step in and say that I disagree with that statement, knowing that this community and the church, they were very adamant about being heard. And for them not to be, I think it would do the community a disservice if we didn't move forward with the deferral.
I agree with the deferral.
With that being said, we'll entertain a motion.
This is Commissioner Hadley. I'd like to make a motion to defer.
Is there a second?
Hello, this is Commissioner Williams. I would like to second the deferral.
Been properly moved and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, staff, would you please call the roll, please?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Walters.
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones. That vote passes.
Thank you, sir. And we're moving into our last item on tonight, public hearing to consider U 21-006. Staff, would you please go forward with that presentation?
Yes, sir. So this is a use permit request, a special use permit request for a nail salon located at 3220 Butner Road. So the applicant is applying for a business license for a nail salon. There was previously a business license for a nail salon there in 2019, but according to the zoning code, if the business ceases operations for a period of 6 months or longer, meaning that if the business license is not active for 6 months or longer, the applicant will be required to obtain a special use permit per the zoning code adopted by council in December of 2020. The address is zoned MIX, which is mixed use. If you're on Butner Road coming from Camp Creek and you look to the left, you'll see the development there. The front section of it has some shops with restaurants and personal care services. And then up on the hill behind it are some townhomes. The nail salon fits into both the zoning as mixed use and the future land use for community live work. And we're going to go to the next slide. So this is Camp Creek Parkway. This is Butner Road. This is where the proposed nail salon is located. And then back behind here are some townhomes. This is the future land use. You can see that it's community live work in this section. And then here's the zoning. You can see that it's mixed use. And then this is a site plan. So this is the entrance to the nail salon. You walk in here and there's a receptionist and there are some seats. And then these are areas where you receive the personal care services. And then there's an exit with some restrooms and a break room in the rear. And staff recommends recommendation is approval of the nail salon.
All right, thank you very much. Entertain a motion to open public comment at this time.
This is Commissioner Walters. I make a
All right.
motion to open public comment.
Commissioner
Yes.
Jones, second.
Probably moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, staff, can you call the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
That vote passes to open public comment.
Thank you, sir. Any comments from the community?
I believe that the applicant, Emmy, is on the line.
Okay. Were there any comments from the community, though?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Let's hear from the applicant at this time.
I believe that the applicant might be muted.
You see the applicant is muted.
Yes, this is Emmy.
We are ready to hear it from you, Ms. Amy.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Hi, Ms. Ewan. Would you like to give us an overview of your business? Overview? Yes, ma'am.
So basically, it's just like a nail salon. We were just trying to get our business license to open it all up again.
Okay, staff, we're having some connectivity problems with Ms. Amy.
Yeah, I think that she's concluded her presentation. I think she said that she was trying to get a business license to reopen the nail salon.
Okay. And I think it was stated there was no community comments sent in on this case.
That is correct.
Thank you, sir. And at this time, we're entertaining a motion to close public comment.
Commissioner Hadley, I'd like to make a motion to close public comment.
Is there a second?
Mr. Walters, I second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, staff, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
That vote passes to close public comment.
Thank you, sir. Were there any questions or comments from the board pertaining to this matter? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion on this case. If I can get all the commissioners to unmute and entertain a motion.
This is Commissioner Hadley. I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval.
Is there a second?
This is Commissioner Jones, I second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, staff, would you please call the roll?
Yes.
And staff is muted.
Thank you. Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
and that vote passes to approve.
Thank you,
21-006.
Thank you, sir. We're entering to the last item on the agenda, and that is adjournment. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Commissioner Walters, I make a motion to adjourn.
This is Commissioner Jones. It's my sad duty to second it.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, staff, would you please call the roll for vote?
Yes, Commissioner Hadley,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Walters,
Aye.
Commissioner Weatherly,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
That vote passes to adjourn.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night.
You have a
Thank you.
great
Bye,
night, too.
everyone.
Take
Bye.
care, everyone.
You too, Mr. Chairman. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, staff.